should you move to Dubai? Now, I've been living in Dubai for 2 years now, and some things you just get to know while living here. These are some of the truths that nobody will tell you about Dubai. So yeah, I'm sure you guys all are aware that Dubai is a booming economy for commerce, for business, for tourism, but we're not going to talk about that. What we're talking about today is my personal experience of moving to Dubai here, the process of finding a job here, your apartment here, your transportation, the daily challenges that you have to face when you move to a new country. So I hope this will help you in turn make informed decisions when you finally make your move here to Dubai. So my story starts off back in 2021. I got offered a job here in Dubai. They were paying me a few $1,000s. So without hesitation, I packed up, I took a flight, and I came here to Dubai. So when I landed here, I needed to find myself a place to live. Living in hotel rooms was not a viable option. So I found myself a place in JVC. It was a holiday homes thing, and when I started living there, the rent was $4,500. On dollars, it's right there. And in the 6 months I lived there, the rent increased to 8,000 dirhams because the tourist season was coming up. So I had to find myself an apartment real quick. Now usually the rentals here are done on a yearly basis. You can get a studio for 5,000, 6,000 dirhams, a 1 bed for 8,000 dirhams, a 2 bed for 10 to 12,000 dirhams, and so it goes on. You can find multiple options in multiple respectable areas in that price range. Nothing fancy. It could be JVC, it could be Marina, it could be towards Mashriq, it could be DIC. But then again, make it a priority to be near the metro or within Dubai. You can find bigger spaces in that which are a little bit outside of Dubai, let's say Silicon Oasis. You can find something much cheaper and much bigger. But traveling from there will be a hassle. You would need to have your own car. For your Emirates ID, let's get something straight. You will never be a citizen of UAE. The only thing you will get is a residence visa. The residence visa can be acquired in a couple of ways. Number one is the company sponsored visa. Number two is the investor visa. Number three is while buying real estate here. And you can also buy your own freelance visa. If you want more information, comments. So now that I had my place sorted out, I went to the job that I was offered here, and very quickly the job that they offered me from a few $1,000s came down to a few thousand dirhams. And they say the rest is going to be your commission, we're going to keep you hungry. And I was like, yeah, sorry, but thank you. That was not what we discussed. So now I'm in Dubai, the whole world is a possibility. I sought to find my own way. So first I got myself my own freelance visa and I started looking for a job. Now I'll be honest, finding a job in Dubai is kind of tricky. I come from a family of doctors and engineers, so I think I'm pretty well educated. Dubai doesn't care about that. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor back home, a PhD back home, very well sought after scientists back home, nothing matters. Dubai only wants people with Dubai experience. I applied to 200 jobs every day, and the only response I would get is, since you don't have Dubai experience, we cannot really take you. So starting out, you can only find yourself commission-based jobs, but don't let that get you down. You can find yourself a sales job or a commission-based job very easily. And think of it as a proving ground for yourself to get experience in Dubai, to test your skills out, to polish your skills out. Stay determined and keep working towards your goals. So yeah, it's very important for you to be highly motivated and highly driven in Dubai. If your thing is to being lazy, sitting on the couch, eating cookies all day, don't come to Dubai. Dubai has nothing to offer you. To find success here, you have to be highly motivated. Now, when we talk about transportation, we're talking about the metro. The metro is great, but only if you live along Sheikh Zayed Road. I made it a personal priority to live near the metro and to work near the metro, and even still, it gets very difficult. For example, let's take Business Bay. Business Bay during the peak working hours in the morning and in the evening, it's just an ocean of people. It's a rush, it's congested, and a lot of times when people get off the metro, they still have to take the bus, they still have to grab a taxi. Even if you have a car there, you're stuck in traffic for 20 to 30 minutes easily. So mind that when you're finding a place for yourself in Dubai. Again, you can get a car in Dubai very easily. You can rent a car here assuming that you have an international driving license. You can buy a car here once you have your Emirates ID, but for that first you will need your driving license. Now, if you come from a country like USA, States, or a European country, you can go to the RTA directly and exchange your license over there. It will cost you around 1500 dirhams or something like that. But if not, then you will have to go to a driving school to get your driving license. Now, the process usually takes you about 3 to 4 months. And the pricing for that will be anywhere from around 4,000 dirhams to 12,000 dirhams, depending upon which package you get. Now remember, these driving schools, they operate like a business here. They're absolutely rigid in their rules and they will fail you for any of your minor mistakes. Keep in mind, you'll have to pay those fees all over again. So be very serious when getting your driving license here. Now that you have a car, congratulations, you have a new problem. That is parking. Now, parking in Dubai is pretty much paid everywhere, but it's okay. You can pay the parking fees through an SMS or through the kiosk nearby. Mind you, different areas have different parking fees, but the weekends are free. Besides the metro, you can use the buses here as your means of transportation here. The buses are pretty reliable, but no matter how much they say Dubai buses run on time, they're bound to be late because of, well, traffic. And if you miss the bus, there's usually a 20 to 40 minute wait for the next one. So mind that when you're choosing a place to live and for your work. Speaking of standing in the heat, Dubai is hot. There's no two ways about it. It's built on a desert. What do you expect? We get 6 to 7 months of brutal heat, I'm not gonna lie. But to offset that, Dubai is centrally air conditioned. Everything here is centrally air conditioned. Your house, your apartment, your job, your restaurants, your mosque, your transportation. So essentially, you don't feel any heat unless you're standing outside. Dubai is also cloud seeding as an initiative to cool down the weather. They're investing heavily in modern infrastructure for eco-friendly living and sustainability. It's also incentivizing people to drive electric vehicles by providing them with free charging stations. Dubai is on the right trajectory and we will feel its effects in the coming years. Let's talk about living for a second, specifically your activities and food here. Well, since Dubai caters to an international demographic, you can find all types of sporting events happening right here. From your Formula 1 racing cars to even skiing right here in Dubai. You have plenty of options to choose from fancy cars, yacht rides, clubs, parties, everything is available right here. But again, those are more for your tourists and they can get kinda pricey. If you're living and working here in Dubai, you're usually working from Monday to Fridays or Monday to Saturdays, depending upon your job. And a day off is mostly chores around the house or hanging out. Yes, you do go out, but that's on special occasions. You can go out to a concert or just have a fun night out with the boys or the friends. And that's pretty much about it because then you're working again, which is not a bad thing at all. I actually enjoy my work and I give my all to it. The food here is a completely different beast. Oh my God, the options to choose from. The restaurants and the food delivery apps are unlike any other. It's not like your other countries, let's say the States, where you have the two main ones, Uber Eats or DoorDash, and you get what you get. Take it or leave it. No, here in Dubai there are so many. Off the top of my head, there's Noon, there's Talabat, there's Kareem, there's DoorDash, there's Smiles, and each one of them provides you with an exceptional service. When I say exceptional service, let's take an example. Imagine if your food is 10 minutes late. You can call them up and you can ask them to resolve your issue. If they can't resolve your issue, the meal is for free. The reason being, all of them believe in exceptional service, and also they understand the competition here in Dubai. They understand that if a customer is unhappy, they will go somewhere else. But yeah, eating out every day can take a toll on the body. You're better off cooking at home. There are a lot of grocery shops over here where you can find fresh produce, such as your vegetables, your fresh fruits, your dairies, your meats, and available from all over the world. Organic, whole foods, you name it, they have it. Again, the produce over here, they're available from all over the world. The size are just humongous, they're huge, but when you bite into them, they don't taste like anything. They taste like crunchy water. So again, when buying your produce, make sure to buy it from people, the grocers that you trust. Oh yeah, and you can get all your foods delivered to you right at your doorstep. All your supermarkets do that over here, from your Talal to your Carrefour to even Kareem. Now in closing, I will say Dubai has a lot to offer in terms of lifestyle, in terms of quality of living, but only if you're motivated, hardworking, and driven. If your friends back home tell you Dubai was nothing special, well, I'm telling you, they lacked willpower and determination. This has been Omar from Empire City Real Estate. Habibi, see you in Dubai.